Now we're covering the second entry in the Hyrule Warriors series. This one's called Age of Calamity. In terms of gameplay and style, it's extremely similar to the previous entry, mixing elements from the Legend of Zelda series with the gameplay of Dynasty Warriors. The opening cutscene shows Hyrule Castle being stormed by guardians, and Zelda using her power to protect Link. Doing so inadvertently wakes up a tiny egg-shaped guardian in the castle. This BB-8 looking machine watches Zelda as she opposes Ganon, and is then launched through a portal, traveling through time and appearing a few weeks earlier, slightly changing the events of the timeline. Visually, this game is pretty much identical to Breath of the Wild, but I do think keeping the aesthetic consistent makes sense for a prequel. All of the characters look pretty much how you'd expect, and every playable character is also fully voiced, which definitely comes across as a bit odd for some of them. Each of the different playable characters has their own movement and fighting style, and they all feel very different to play as, which allows you to very quickly find favorites as well as characters you try and avoid at all costs. And characters will unlock as you play through the story, giving you more options to pick from. Each character can now access Link's Sheikah Slate abilities such as bombs and magnesis, as well as use elemental rod attacks. The fighting in this game also has a much higher focus on dodging and exploiting the weak points of enemies, making it feel like there's a lot more strategy involved this time around and a lot less button mashing. These icons indicate main quests, side quests, and also small little interactions where an NPC will require various items or ingredients. As you progress through the story, new side quests and challenges will appear on the map. The challenges typically involve playing as a specific character or defeating certain enemies within a time frame. They were usually fun, but there were definitely still way too many. Age of Calamity swung hard in the opposite direction of Breath of the Wild when it comes to the story, with a huge amount of cutscenes present throughout this game. You do need the DLC to actually understand the full scope of what's going on and all of the character motivations. It's revealed that Calamity Ganon actually followed the little guardian through the time rift, and Calamity Ganon then uses its knowledge to assist the Yuga clan and bring about the calamity ahead of schedule. When the calamity happens, the king then sacrifices himself to save Zelda, which buys them enough time to actually go to the different divine beasts and save the champions this time around. And this is where the story takes a hard left turn from what we know, with new characters from Breath of the Wild jumping back into the past to help. The baby guardian robot sacrifices itself, after which the entire team finally takes down Calamity Ganon once and for all. So Age of Calamity was definitely an improvement in most regards. I definitely enjoyed playing through this one a lot more than the original Hyrule Warriors game. Thanks to all the extra polish in regards to the gameplay and combat, I do feel that it plays a lot better. Age of Calamity is definitely not for everyone, not even for all fans of Zelda, but if the Hyrule Warriors formula does look interesting to you, I would probably recommend this game as a pretty good starting point.